Okay, Friday morning in the kingdom, and it's freaking windy out here. Yes, the forecast was for wind yesterday, but it came last night. Just like an ex-wife just arrived, unannounced. All right, this morning we woke up to +5, but feels like 0. And then on the yo-yo scale, +40 Fahrenheit, but feels like +31. Big drop in the temperature. So I'm hiding here by the shop so we can see those flags just getting brutalized. Yes, they're taking a licking, but keep on ticking like a Timex watch. Yes. All right. So last night I had to remain sober because I had to finish my 25th book. I started in April 2023 and finished in October 24. Yes, what was I thinking? I took my time. Yeah, right, I was drunk. Okay, so I had to stay sober last night because it's Winter Road photos, the last year, 2020. So I have photos on there in the book, and I tell about what's going on. So it's kind of a continuation of the last Winter Road book. Yes, where's the money? Yes, because that was based on 2020. Where's the money? So I went into more details on this one, and it has more pictures. But Amazon liked it last night. They released the ebook, no problem, and even said I had no spelling mistakes. And my pictures were the appropriate size for being loaded up. Yes, well, 23 books later, out of 40 that I have templates for, I am actually learning. I'm getting it right. All right, it's chilly, it's windy. I don't know, I mean, turbulence here, like a little tornado. Let's see if we can venture out so everybody can see how windy it is. This is the part where it starts raining and continues raining and then changes to snow and it'll be slippery. So we're not sure what we're doing today. We can't film today for sure out here because it's too frickin' windy. So we'll probably have to have a shop day. We'll probably work in the hoe shack, weather stripping and insulating, and the staff can get her house in WHO-ville ready for winter. Yes, that's all we seem to do at the end of the world is get ready for winter, even when it's winter. All right, look at those flags go. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, I didn't know if that actually recorded that intro because it was windy. All right, but we had to have the flags in the video because the flags add color, since how we live in a dull, dreary, how would you say, end of the world. All right, so yesterday I only had 18 comments and to answer in the morning. This morning I woke up to 68. So that is excellent because we're all learning and we're finding out that people in the south are having a great drop in temperature. You went from like a +100 degrees Fahrenheit down to freezing in like a couple of days. So that's a shocker. It takes us about a month to cool off up here. Well, we never really get hot. All right, so I made a note. Video tilt tub on for video on the tilt of the tub for this fellow in Sweden. All right, so back in the day when they were mining up here and were popular in the 60s and 70s, everything came in by train and it had to be non-exotic steel. So they had lots of flat plate, channel iron. There was never any square tubing at the mine, so we didn't get much in the scrap recycling. So this box here came from Fox Mine in 1996, so it was probably built in the 70s, the 1970s. So you just take some flat plate, gusset it up, because these guys knew what was going on, where it'd bend or break. But everything was angle iron, flats, and channel iron. To make the fork slides, that's 2 pieces of channel iron. How would you say welded together? I'm going to have to do some more welds on that one. But then again, I've been abusing it. All right. So that was long before the days of square tubing. So a fellow asked how it tilted. So as you can see, the center pivot is kind of back from center, and you have it going through. So that's what they did, was just put plates on the side, put lots of gussets and everything and supports to keep it from breaking and bending, and that's how it tilts. I think we have a YouTube video of us tilting it and showing more details, but I don't know which one it is. Yes, but that's the thing. That's the thing is we're learning. The old timers did stuff simple. Nowadays, if you go to buy a tilting tub, it was all confusing and have safety devices and all this stuff. But back in the 1970s or 60s, life was simple. Everybody worked hard, drank hard, and we all had fun. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. I'm in the house doing the computer. Yes, lots of comments today, emails and everything, and getting things caught up. Yes, it's a good windy day to do that. So here I'm watching the cameras to see what's going on. The wood stoves are smoldering away. I think we're in a low pressure system because I have everything opened up, the dampers and everything, and it's a slow burn. But that's okay. because now we can go into the hose shack and do some weather stripping in there. All right, let's finish up the coffee and get out there because the world's awaiting. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom. It's toasty warm in here. It's plus 22 degrees Celsius in the hose shack here. Let's scroll this way. Ooh, look at the bikes. Look at the trucks. That's Rex in California. All right, so here we're kind of getting organized. We got to get these doors sealed up so we can keep the heat in the building here. And then once we got the doors sealed up, and then on a rain day or snow day, we can insulate. But it's actually working out pretty good. About 11:30, we went into a different air pressure system, and this stove started to burn out of control. So I had to close it all down. Close the vent down there, and then close the damper. Now it's just putting out a steady, nice heat. So I got the door open and closed as I'm putting my weather stripping on. Yes, the truckers tie down straps. You get them from Sir Rodney. Yes, I think they're on sale right now for the truckers. So we're double sealing it. Also too, we shoved doors in here that were for somewhere else. So nothing is lining up. We have a problem down here with one door being in, one door being out. Oh, hand and eye. So that's no problem. You can put nails into your weather stripping to get it to focus or get tight. So there we go. So that's what we got. Ooh, it's still windy. Let's go outside here. Oh yes, we're draining the black water tanks. We moved the trailer 1 from here. We changed the landscape of the ground. So now the water is going this way, but that's okay. We're doing a slow drain, and this is what we're going to do today, is worry about weather stripping and start closing in the hose shack extension. Remember, we didn't plan this, but my back couldn't handle it. So now it's quite easy to open and close the doors. And it's costing us really nothing because we're recycling this weather stripping from other, how would you say, doors and stuff. See all the holes in there? So that's working out very well. It's very nice in this hose shack here. Let's go burn some lunch in the microwave and then get back at it. Okay, coffee time in the kingdom, and it's still windy out here. Unreal. But that's okay. We're outside, and then we go inside to warm up. So, okay, you got to remember these are 2 different doors from 2 different projects, so nothing lines up, nothing fits, nothing straight, but that's okay. We live in the kingdom, the land of Dr. Seuss. As you can see, the difference in the height or whatever. So put little toenails in here to get your weather stripping to hold in. So we got it done. That's how you do padlock latchy things. Okay, so what we have to do is get the weather stripping to lay. Yes, you got to get it laid to lay, or trained, or whatever they call it when they do carpet. Yes, there's the mini hoe. Can we feel the heat, last Nessman? All right, so this is what we're doing. See up here, this wants to curl up. We just got to get it to go hand and eye coordination, last Nessman. There. Get it to curl. So once the door's been shut a couple of times, it's going to seal up good. We got this side sealed, and all of this is reusing, repurposing. So we're into the nitty gritty here. We're using some used belting, the 2-inch ratchet straps that go wonky on us. We have ones that are shortened or wherever. And then over here, okay, look at the lovely ladies. Yes. So over here, that's how you carry your straps around, because those nails fall out and then you drive over the nail and you get a flat tire. So we're sitting here picking through them. Nothing is garbage, because at the end of the world, we recycle, repurpose, and reuse it one more time. And let's check the coffee time. Yes, we're running late. And look at the temperature, 25 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's, 25 degrees Celsius. So it's nice and toasty in here. All right, let's go ahead and enjoy a beverage because we worked up a sweat, and plus we hit our fingers numerous times because we're reusing the nails. Look at that. Reuse, repurpose, one more time. Okay, 5 o'clock in the kingdom, as we can see by the clock there. So we went through the tote of straps, and we have some that's painted. We don't really like the painted ones because the painted ones don't make it flex. It makes it too rigid. So, okay, so over here this morning, we had lots of daylight and wind coming in, but look at us now, but there's always room for improvement. Plus, we went and took some insulation and stuffed in it between the joints. That's a flex joint because this is the container on this side, and that's a free floating wall. So it'll go up and down every which way but where you want it to go. And also too, we put some weather stripping around the door here on the outside of that one, but we have to insulate it and panel it in, but we just stuffed insulation around this temporary plywood that's probably going to be on there for 20 years. All right, so it really cost us nothing today to seal this in, and we're very pleased. All right, So that's how we do it and get it done without spending big bucks. I know, because I grew up down south. When I first got married and had my new house with my bride and the kids or whatever, I was going to the hardware store and doing it right. But what a mistake that was. Yes, the marriage all together. I was buying weather stripping, it didn't work. Okay, I'm back. I had to cough up a lung, just one lung. So you put your weather stripping on so it flexes and folds and everything. But you also got to remember this is going to frost up. Yes, it'll all frost up, so it'll affect the weather stripping. So this is what we're doing. Since how we have two different doors, we ran this one, and this one. Okay. All right, let's go outside. We'll do a slight turn. Okay, so if these doors were the right size, it would have been a lot easier. But we have two different doors, two different sizes, two different angles and everything like that. So when you close it, watch how they interlock. See that, Les Netzman? Isn't that neat? So then you get it to go. So once the latch thing's on, it'll be good. And once the weather stripping gets happy, it'll naturally curve. So we got to finish out in here. We put the temporary vent tubing on to get it done, and I just stuffed some insulation in behind. Oh, you can see it up there. Yes, I had some peanuts, so I got the burps coming. All right, so over here, we stuffed some insulation down there, and we put some belting on here, some trucker strap, so that'll seal it good. Yes, we got to do every little bit we can while it's still nice out here. Ooh, I had to raise up. Ooh, look at the shadows. Hey, that's me. Ooh, that's heavy metal there, right? All right. All right, no, and then that's that V guy. Or what was Mork for Mork? Was he Nanu or something? Oh my, we're losing the sun. All right, let's go see what else we're going to do today. Okay, the last thing we have to do on the to-do list before winter is move these 3 trailers up. But we had way too much wind today for the staff and I to do it. We have to make sure we have good film footage. Yes, because everybody around the world's waiting for us to release the video showing us having fun with no money. So that'll be tomorrow's project, hopefully, if there's no frickin' wind, and then everything will be landscaped all nice. Okay, so over here we have the Rust-O-Leum. Yes, it was made in Riverton, Manitoba, and they made a lot of these boats for hauling fish. Yes, back in the day when, how'd you say, Cousin Eddie didn't have an 18-foot fishing boat with a 60-horse motor on the back. Everybody had little small boats with little putt-putt motors on the back. So this is how they hauled the fish. So this boat would haul 18 tons of fish on deck. All right, so it's all made out of, how would you say, flat plate material. And it is known for its lines. It supposedly has a nice line. I think there was 30 of these boats made that are all the same, and I own 3 of them. Yes, 3 of them. There's 1 here and 2 up at Kenaseo. Yes, over the Kenaseo Rally Road. All right, so look at the flags. They're doing good. The United States of America flag and the flag of Maryland. Yes, watch Monty Python so you understand the family code. And we have the British flag up there, upside down, but flying good. Okay, I think it was 2004 we got this boat in the Paw, Manitoba. Yes, the Paw, Manitoba. And then I wrote about it in my book, Life in the Kingdom, and how the DOT, the Department of Transportation scale guys, harassed me hauling my boat to the end of the world. Yes, I had permits, everything like that, but they got me on a logbook violation. Yes, so they made me sit and wait. That was just terrible. So we got the boat back here. I had it upside down and I was resurfacing the bottom, and then Southern Belle left. Yes, so I was emotionally distraught. Yes, I, how would you say, had a good time. So then by I think 2014 or 15, I had this harebrained idea. Let's cut the back out of the boat because we own 2 other ones now, so we don't need 3 boats under power. So let's cut the back out and make it a barge sort of thing. This will be a ramp drop down here, and the vehicles and stuff will go inside. So that's why all the tubing up here to enclose it, because we don't want anything getting wet. Yes, we're hauling sugar and candies and all that stuff. So they will do a quick video inside the boat. I'm walking forward. There we go. That's how they built a boat, using flat steel and kind of bending a bit. It's kind of neat how it's done. But the motor was down in here as a ballast. We were going to put weight in here like rocks. We have lots of rocks. So we're going to ballast it out with rocks and be able to drive a vehicle in. So this is the shaft bracketry there for the propeller shaft to come out the back. And that was for steering it right there. I guess that's the rudder, the steering me bob thingy me back on the back. So it's kind of neat what those guys did back in the 50s building this stuff and how they hauled these boats, okay? So they had a little thing on the front that clipped into the fifth wheel of the semi, and this was totally enclosed, like they had a wooden cabin and everything, and closed in for hauling the fish, all right? But that was all made of wood, but I don't have wood, so I started using steel. Okay, it was 2015 when we salvaged the two boats on Reindeer Lake and got them, how'd you say, unsunken or whatever, and dragged up on shore and dewatered and all that. We had great fun. We didn't really videotape that. We have lots of pictures. Okay, all right, so then I decided the only way to move these things, because when I brought this thing from LaPlante, Manitoba, there was no wooden structure on top, so we just, I would just say, laid it on a step deck trailer and off we went, and that caused great grief and problems, especially loading and unloading. So over here, I came up with this harebrained idea to make a little dolly. So all the boats are the same, so it's all the same on the back here, so your angles and degrees and philosophies, okay? But this little dolly thing here is made to fit in there to give the support to the boat, because the boat really doesn't have much support for bouncing along the road. So that was the idea. So I built it in 2015, and it's done right. So if you got the propeller and the steering gear on the back, this thing fits around it. So a lot of thought was incorporated in it. Okay, so over here, of course, we do everything with pipe and beams and everything like that. Sorry about that. And this is the way it is. This little dolly will pass Manitoba safety. So that's a standard semi axle out of an end dump trailer that kind of fell over. So I widened it out to 10 feet. Because if you have it 8 feet, it's too narrow or whatever for the boat. So it'd be kind of tippy on these roads up here. And the hitch at the back here is for hauling the axle and for working the axle to get it under the boat. Because you got to remember, nothing's level, nothing's, how would you say, perfect. But, oh, wait, we now have the green toy. So if the green toy is around, we can lift stuff up. So that's why we did the 2 air tanks, because you have your maxi brakes right there. Because there's hills on that kind of sail road. So we over-engineered it, over-designed it, and we're very pleased how it turned out. Okay, I'm on the other side of the boat, and this is a side nobody gets to see. But you can see we re-paneled the bottom of it, or re-skinned it, as they say. Lots of welding, but that's okay. Lots of welding means lots of beverage. So it's kind of neat, the design of this boat, and how nothing was fancy. And I think I'm pretty impressed with the little dolly that we built. So it's been working good around the yard, but we just strapped this dolly up front to there where there's holes in the boat. Up there, the original lift lugs or whatever on the front of the, I think it's the keel or the skid on the bottom. So if it goes on the road, you have all your airlines and everything there coupled in there. I think it is over there. It's just quick coupled in like a semi truck with those glad hands. All right, so everybody else, what this is, that is my sides for my tandem trailer, which we haul the mini hoe around. So we whipped this up for hauling garbage and crap back in the day, and once we painted it, we don't seem to have much work for it anymore. But oh well, we can't get rid of it. It's here, it's all recycled steel, and it looks good. Okay, we'll add an intro here introducing the staff and her day.
Friday morning in WHO-ville. It's just after 8 a.m. and as you can see, there is a bit of a sunrise. Nice colors as well, but it is pretty windy out here, so let's head inside, let the dogs out, make breakfast, and wait for 10 a.m. to see if I have to go to the kingdom today. 8:30 and I'm down in the basement. I just got a little fire going to see how it will work with all this wind going on outside, and I'm not having any problems at all. Look at that. I don't even have to have the big fan right in front of the wood stove door to keep all the smoke from blowing in the house and smoking me out. Now let's head upstairs, let the dogs back in, and do the weather. (9 a.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 4 degrees Celsius, which is 39 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. Looks like it is going to be a pretty windy day out there, so let's head inside and wait for 10 a.m. to see what's going on with my dad today. 10 a.m. and it looks like we're not doing anything in the kingdom today, so I'll head inside and do some laundry. Then at 2 p.m. I'll go up and do mail, and I have to do some shopping today because we are supposed to be having a nice dinner tonight since we didn't get to have our turkey dinner on Thanksgiving. So let's head inside and stock up the fire. It is burning very well even with all this wind. I'm very surprised. 12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. I'm gonna have leftovers from last night. Sure is windy out here right now. But the wood stove is working great, so let's head inside and let the dogs out. 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 5 degrees Celsius, which is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. As you can see, it is still pretty windy, so let's head inside, let the dogs back in, wait for 2 p.m. so I can go do some shopping in the mail. 2 p.m. and I just got the quad out and went up and checked the mail. There was nothing there today. Now I'll head over to the Kingdom and see what my dad's up to and pick up the card so I can go do some shopping. Just after 2 p.m. and I made to the Kingdom and grabbed the card. Now I'll head back into WHO-ville and go do some grocery shopping. Pretty sure my dad's in the hose shack, insulating and getting it ready for winter. 3 p.m. and I just finished all my shopping. I went to 2 different stores and got a bunch of stuff. As you can see, there's a 2 for a beer there for my dad as well. That way he can enjoy the weekend. Plus I got myself a little something. The 4 bags were $200. Then the beer and a couple other things was $75. Now let's head to the Kingdom. Just after 3 p.m. and I made it to the Kingdom and dropped everything off. Looks like we'll wait till Sunday to have our ham dinner with mashed potatoes and stuffing, but I grabbed everything today because who knows if they'll have stuff on the shelf tomorrow. Tonight we'll have something else for supper, maybe smoky, since there's a lot of those. My dad also has fish sticks, so maybe he'll have that. Now it's time to head inside, grab my dog treats, and go back to WHO-ville and do the weather at 5. 5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 5 degrees Celsius, which is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. As you can see from my weather board, it is still pretty windy out here, so let's head inside, let the dogs back in, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, we're done for the day. We hid in the hose shack all day, but those little things take time, and it didn't cost us any money except for beverage. I won't disclose how many beers I had. Yes, but I'm still vertical. But that's the joys of working in the woods with the wood stove. It's nice and warm, and you get these little things done. Now, if I was to go out and buy weather stripping and fart around and buy nails and everything, oh, it'd be one hell of a mess. But here's relaxing, and it's called recycling, repurposing, and how would you say reusing. All right, the flags are looking good. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, start my next book of my writing career, and make a video. Talk to you later.